Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are located. Guess I'm just here trying to. I had a interesting conversation with somebody, and they was explaining to me how somebody that they had raised and brought up and helped didn't meet their standards, I guess, or didn't achieve or accomplish the goals that they were figuring that person should accomplish. And so I listened, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. I understand. And the goal was generally financially. They did not hit this super financial goal, or maybe they just didn't hit a financial goal at all. So my thing is, and my thought processes after all of that is, what is the level of success? Everybody's level of success is different. Some people's level of success begins and ends with money. Some begins and ends with family. Some begins and ends with things, accomplishment of things. So look at the people that's in your life and don't always knock them to the side because they don't have maybe the money match. And this is something that I'm guilty of as well. My goal was to be able, and so I'm very able to do whatever it is that I want. But I have to understand and realize that my partners, the people that my team, they brought other things to the table that may not be money or goal thing associated. Like, I don't care about things. I just want to be able to, if I feel like going on vacation, I want to go on a vacation. If I feel like going out to eat, I want to go out to eat. I don't want money to be an issue. But at the same time, I don't focus on the money. I don't focus on how much money we have. Now, there was times when I first hit like that $20,000 in the bank. I got happy. That was a moment for me. That was something that I didn't want to see. I can see physically, and then I didn't need to touch it. That was accomplished for me. And then again at 50, and then at 75, just sitting there. Those are accomplishments. Those are goals that were hit. And so those were things that made me able, or that I felt that made me able. So those were different ranges or levels of success. But at the same time, everybody's level of success is not financial based or money based. Some people's levels of success are family based. They want to, like, you may have, and it may be a man or a woman who maybe she or he wants children. That's the goal. That's success. They feel like they've reproduced. And of course, they're able to take care of their children. Children, things, cars, I know cars, house, things that, while they are liabilities or they are costly, they can be what makes a person feel good about themselves, thus pushing them to do more of whatever it is that gets them those things. But anyway, so while this conversation, she explained to me that he did not hit the financial goals that she thought he would have at his age. And so since this is personal for me, I kind of took it personal, and I had to explain, like, listen, no, he may not have hit those financial goals. He may, but what he did was he created this beautiful family. He's married for years. He has beautiful kids who are all doing well. And they were like, well, he dropped out and, he was a bad this and he was a bad that and he didn't have stable work, but his girl did. His wife did. She was able to hold him down while he focused on what he needed to focus on. And now, as far as I can see anyway, that man is amazing. So he's 35 or older, somewhere in there, and he is doing amazing. He has a family, beautiful kids, lovely wife, and now he's focusing on the money. While his wife did that in the beginning, and she held down their family, and she held him down, I guess to the best of her ability. His goals were not there. Her goals were financial. His goals were family, and we don't know what they agreed upon. We don't know that maybe his success level was about having the family unit, and if she's out and she's working and she's pushing and she's striving there, someone has to be home to hold those kids down. Someone has to be there to do that. And yeah, I guess we all assume it should be the woman, but what if not? It's not always like that. I mean, in today's society, we don't focus on that anymore. You got all these single women, you know, who do it all, and there's just no knock from them because they are amazing within themselves. I'm not a single mother or a single woman by any means, and I have the hardest time sometimes with my kids. I love them to death. I have amazing kids. They are phenomenal, but they're still kids. They still do kid things. And I know for a fact that just being at home with them, just being an at home parent, just being somebody who cooks for them, who cleans for them, who checks their homework, who does the laundry, takes out the trash, all of those things is definitely the potential to be a full-time job. And I don't think that he necessarily didn't do any work or he didn't do anything. Maybe he just wasn't the major provider or the major breadwinner in the house. Maybe he switched around jobs a lot, which I know, he did. But at the end of the day, he accomplished his success level, and his success level was to build that family strong, unequivocal, unwavering family unit. And that is something that even some wealthy, rich philanthropists don't have. They don't have these things. They don't always have a happy, healthy home life. And while I think going into this new year, going into this new term, that's something that we need to think about. What is it that makes you feel successful? And you got to have levels to it. Money is fine. Money is great. It's wonderful to have money, but for me, all the money in the world wouldn't have made a difference without my family. Like, I need them. They are there when I get home, or, again, I work at home, or when I, come home with the groceries, or, if I had a meeting or anything, and I come home to my crazy, wonderful, make you want to choke them kids and my wonder, and, my husband, when I come home to my family, that's it. You know what I'm saying? We could have all that money in the bank and still enjoy a night. We sat here the other night and played Pictionary for hours, what I'm saying, boys against girls. And, it cost us nothing. We have a little whiteboard over there. And that's it. That's what we did. That made us happy. Every single one of us. Cost us nothing, but maybe I might have to buy some more dry erase markers and alcohol. Because you got to clean the board. But, that's the thing. So figure out what makes you happy, and what makes you happy may not be what makes them happy, and what makes them happy may not be what makes you happy. And that's the amazing part. That's what makes everything worth it. They're not going to want the same girl. They're not going to want the same car. They're not going to want the same thing. And they're not going to do the same things with their money. But what I do it because I love it. I love talking to people. I love being an inspiration. I love helping people realize that I find myself, giving my time maybe in a lot of ways that I shouldn't have. I know that time is the currency of the earth, and I do find myself wasting time sometimes. But my son is texting me, are we going somewhere? But I do find that I have to kind of manage my time better on some levels because I give it away so freely. And I guess in one level, that's a good and a bad thing. I feel like giving more is important. I give to friends and to family. I give to people who don't know me, who have, I may do work for them, or, I may prepare their taxes or maybe their financial statements, or help them find ways to invest money, or whatever it is I do for them. And I don't know them from Adam. A lot of them, I get a lot of referrals now. So it'll be like, they'll call me and we'll be talking, and after a while they'll just talk, and they'll talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And me, I like to talk, so the conversation's good, and I let them just talk. And then men, women, old, young, doesn't matter. And I find myself giving away a lot of my time, and then finding that maybe I shouldn't have, maybe everybody is not deserving of all that time. But other than that, I like to give, I like to talk, I like to be of influence and of help to people. And I think if anything, if one video or one line or one quote that I may have borrowed or, heard somewhere that resonated with me, I can share with you and it resonate with you, that's great. And that to me is successful. That's how I feel. I've been blessed with this voice, which I don't like so much. I think I like to find that I offer something with it, that even though it's not, I don't sound like, angels and cherubs, I find that my voice is soothing to people, that I could talk to them and they were like, yeah, and they, we gain understandings, and we have these have phenomenal conversations with people that I've never met before or that I just met, but yeah, figure out what your success level is. Everybody's success level isn't the same. What makes you feel successful or me feel successful or them is not the same. And also be respectful. I want to say understanding, but maybe not. Maybe you can't yet be understanding as to how the man can sit at home and do this, or how the woman could not, or let him, how she could come home from a hard day's work and, see her man sitting on the couch now. I think there's levels. There's definitely levels to that. If she coming, she comes in, there maybe should be food, the house should be clean. She shouldn't be coming in doing a whole bunch of stuff. But at the same time, if she comes in and maybe, he's done everything else and the floor needs to be swept, sweep the floor. I mean, I don't know. I guess it just depends on you and the person that you're with and a level of relationship that y'all have. Because if you can do that, if y'all can get yourself to a place where y'all are comfortable, that's all that matters. Or get to a place where you're comfortable, because you do have to be comfortable within yourself and with yourself in order to be comfortable with and for anyone else. So find out what makes you happy. What is success to you? What is growth and progress to you? What's first on your level? Because that's the thing about goals. If your goal is first to make money and then get a family and then have kids, that's the way they tell you your goal should be. That's what society says, but that ain't right. I don't think that there is no one way to do it. If you level out, if let's say at 40, I guess that would be a decent age. If at 40, me, you, and all of us are level across the board, meaning we all earn $100,000 a year, and we all have great families, and we all drive the car we want, maybe have the mortgage we want, I don't know, whatever it is that made you feel successful, then was it wrong to do it one way or the other? Or, even I put an age range on it, but is there really an age range? I know so many people who didn't get quote unquote rich or famous or gain a lot of money until they were 50 or over, and then at that point their knowledge kicked in, or better, the use of their knowledge kicked in, and they were able to skyrocket to where they needed to be. So don't give up. As long as you're still here, as long as you're still breathing, there's still, I don't want to say, there's still opportunity for you to have faith and believe in yourself and believe in whatever it is that you want and believe in your goals and believe in your accomplishments and look at where you are thus far. We've all been through crap. We've been through hella crap. We've been through fire and brimstone and storms, verbal arguments, physical, mental breakdowns, and you're still here. So look at it now, pick yourself up, and just go for it, whatever it is. Don't let the next year slip you by. And like I said, I'm not really a big fan of starting things with the year. I just think that sometimes it's a good way to identify your progress. Me, I try not to start anything new on January 1st. I don't know why. I think it's because it's cliche, and I don't do resolutions. I do, I guess I make a dedication to myself every year. And I usually do mine in October, and then I reevaluate it in like now. Now I reevaluate it, and so January 1st. But this year, I have my kids on this learning how to reach their success levels and learning how to reach their goals. So we are going to start it on January 1st, but it's more so because they still associate January 1st, the beginning of the new year, the beginning of something fresh, something new. So, we'll do that. But for the most part, I don't really care about January 1st. I probably will say Happy New Year with everybody else, because it's good. I'm glad I live to see another year, another day. It all starts over. But, my success doesn't surround or revolve around the new year. I plan on being successful every day, every month, shit, every minute if I have the opportunity. So just whatever makes you feel comfortable. That's just like Christmas. I don't really enjoy Christmas. And I think that's maybe because I didn't grow up with Christmas. I got Christmas things, but like the household that I lived in, we didn't do a tree and have gifts under it and things like that. So now, I don't really. I do it because my kids like it. I did it. It's crazy. At first, I started it because I didn't have it, and then after a while, it was like, why? And so then I tried to stop it, and it's kind of hard still. My oldest is 21, so I've been literally doing Christmas for 21 years, but I've cut back a lot. Like this year, I think I didn't really buy gifts so much as I gave them money to buy each other gifts. And they did that, and they had a whole bunch of stuff, and they did it, and they bought me stuff, and it really didn't matter, but I'm appreciative because I'm thankful. And then I had, oh, well, that's their gifts, some of them anyway. The things that I bought for them this Christmas is over. It's past. I did it on purpose. I'm not wrapping anything. I just made sure that these are things that I wanted them to have. I wanted them to start the new year with. It just came. I wanted them to start the new year with it, but it's not. I guess I don't know. I don't want to say it's not for Christmas. It's just things that I wanted them to have, and anyway, I'm getting long-winded, but at the end, my thing is like, follow, subscribe, keep an eye on me. I'm trying to make sure that I give quality all the time, so I'm not always just talking, but I do just like to talk, so sometimes you'll catch me rambling. You don't want to hear me ramble, just say, all right, Mika, see you in a little while. But stay boss built, keep your head up, stay positive, focus on your successes. Build yourself up in a way that nobody else can tear you down, not even the ones you love, because we tend to be hardest on the ones we love. We tend to break them down and hurt them in ways that only we can do because they love us and we love them, and it's crazy. I'm trying to teach the kids that right now. But focus, be good, be positive, work on yourself every day, and that's it. Till next time, have a good one.